Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today, and a happy mid-year. Yes, we are celebrating all month long because some people, I start the year in December, and
That's
then
true.
January we do the traditional people thing, but it's the summer, and July is the new January. And I first said that during the pandemic because remember, like people forget, in March, it was only supposed to go 2 weeks. Everybody's like, oh, no, we're fine. But by July, me and my new book at the time, Your Goal Guide, was like, come on, people, let's get it together. And I kind of feel like, is life not Groundhog Day? Okay, there's another holiday we're going to put in the middle of the year twice. Is it not Groundhog Day again? Anyway, I'm Debra Eckerling, goal strategist, book proposal specialist, author of Your Goal Guide and 52 Secrets for Goal Setting and Goal Getting. Can't reach your goals on your own. So every week I bring together my peeps for a fun chat that you all get to watch. And because we are celebrating the mid-year and we are celebrating 52 Secrets for Goal Setting and Goal Getting, my guests all month long are my awesome friends who I interviewed, who spilled their secret in 52 Secrets. So I'm thrilled you're here. You might be watching us live, the replay. You might even be listening to us as GoalChat on the Marketing Podcast Network. But no matter how you found us, we're so glad you're here because let's face it, the world sucks. We've got goals. Yes, I am no filter today. I'm going to let them introduce themselves in a minute. But first, let me welcome Bobbie Carlton, I was going to say the face behind Innovation Women, but really the champion of women speakers, Bobbie Carlton. We've got strategy hacker, Sandidge, who I have known almost as long as I have known Viveka von Rosen from our social media examiner and social media marketing world days. And of course, Viveka, the one and only. And Viv and I, so I know we met in real life, right, in person. Viv was one of the first people that we met because we were working together on her articles for Social Media Examiner. And then we met in real life, which is how people do things now. The amazing Bobbie Carlton, we have not met in person, but we're going to change that. I don't know when, I don't know how, but to
goal
talk about
for
your
2026.
Goals.
Yes.
Oh, can we make it for this? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I like the sound of it. So for the month, I'm going on the theme of go. So this week we're doing go big because if you've got a story to tell, you've got information, you've got a wonderful website, a resource, you need to be big so people who you don't know who you are, which is a big reason why I'm in the book proposal space, because I believe if you've got a story to tell, likely the people need to read it are the ones who don't know you yet. So you need to position it for success. But I said I was going to let you guys introduce yourselves, and I do tend to go on.
Nah, that was good.
Well. Oh, well.
Search us on LinkedIn. Let's go.
Okay, well, let's go Alpha. My wonderful friends, people know that you're awesome, but maybe share a little bit more. So, Bobbie, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. Bobbie Carlton. I usually tell people that my day job is running a PR and marketing firm. My night job for many years was something called Innovation Nights. And the dream job is Innovation Women. It's the dream of getting more women on stage at conferences and events, because 2/3 of all conference speakers are men. And that leaves us out of all kinds of career and business opportunities. And oh yeah, I bought 2 more companies during the pandemic retail therapy, y'all. My speaker leads and Lioness magazine for the female entrepreneur.
Nice.
And you buy websites, I start podcasts. I've got like 3.5 of them. But one thing that you did with Lioness recently is you made it more desirable for women in Innovation Women to want to join Lioness. And we are talking about going big. So
okay.
Please share, explain.
So Innovation Women has 3 different levels of membership. There is the classic, the content creator, which is specifically designed for podcasters and authors. and the new entrepreneur membership, which is the same thing. You have a podcast, you have a book, you have a course, you have a consulting service or something else. And you also get access to the Lioness Premium offering. So you get weekly co-working and coffee talk and all kinds of good stuff from Lioness Magazine.
Well, I will say that it never occurred to me to join Lioness until you made it an upgrade of of Innovation Women. Well, we're talking about going big and scaling, and I think that was a really good way of meshing those different identities. So
It was more, oh no, why didn't I do this 3 years ago?
we take the win whenever it comes.
Yes. Brainstorms, like Speaker Friend Friday, the Zoom call that we do every Friday morning and twice, first and third Fridays. It wasn't named Speaker Friend Friday for like a couple of years. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, that's its name. And it was instantly adopted.
Sometimes you go big and you don't even know it. You need people to like tap on your shoulder like, this is good. This is good. This is good.
Yep. Yeah, it had like 6 different names and none of them stuck until Speaker Friend Fridays.
Awesome. Well, I, for one, am thankful that you do West Coast Friendly twice a month because I adore you, but not get up at 6 a.m. every Friday. Adore you.
That's okay.
Troy, welcome to the coffee clutch.
I'm here for it. I bring coffee. I do have water and chips, so we're okay.
Excellent. So, Troy, your tip yours is actually, well, the second to last, not including Guy Kawasaki, who's the afterwards, but you are the bonus tip in the leadership and teamwork section, and it's all about scalability, or rather, you need to know what you're doing before you go big, right?
Exactly, 100%. You got to know where you're going before you can do anything. For starters, although you're wasting a lot of time asking a lot of people questions for things you're just not getting anywhere done at all. I don't want people on the treadmill, stuck in research mode, stuck in AI prompt mode, and not actually making progress, hitting those marathon milestone goals. Okay.
Okay, and I totally backed into this. Who are you other than awesome, or in addition to awesome?
Oh my gosh, who am I? That's such a loaded question. But honestly, I don't know. It depends on the day. If you're a marketer for some time, you wear your identities like labels every day. You look at your LinkedIn summary and change it every single day. Google AI would say I am a keynote speaker, I'm an author, I'm a podcaster. Deb, we were talking about backstage. We're collecting identity like, infinity stones over here. Ultimately, for me, I help people grow, and I do that through stories, strategy, systems, and solutions. Simple. You're failing at one or multiple of those intersections, and I'm really good at finding them, giving you clarity, and helping you make that money so we can create the life that we want to live and achieve all of our goals. Also, I'm full of a lot of energy without even caffeine. So, I mean, this is me 24/7, unless I'm dead tired. So we are here.
Amazing. And one thing that I think is particularly fun about you is, first of all, every single time I'm like, hey, Troy, want to come over and play in GoalChat? You're like, oh yeah, I'm down. Definitely put me in, coach. But the other is that the consistency of elevating others, whether it's individuals, it's businesses, and it really fits into that go big theme. Yes?
100%. You can't go big by yourself. You just can't. And what's funny is that I was just talking to someone the other day about this, that what's weird about life and how we are gifted with our certain talents, we need other people to amplify what we do, because we can't do what we do for ourselves, which is ironic. We can do it for everyone else, and then we just can't do it for ourselves because it's designed to have other people help you achieve your goals, just how your gift is help other people do their goals. When you unlock that, help isn't a friction. Help is like, hey, a magnifier. Deb, how can I help you? And then can you help me? Can we help each other? Viv and Bobbie, can we do this thing together? So when you unify with people and get out of this weird, people are going to judge me for asking for help, and you declare from the rooftops or your LinkedIn that you need help, watch what happens, for sure.
Can I tell you, I'm super judgy when I'm super judgy of, I should like, that was not the whole sentence. I will have these networking conversations with people, and I like to end it with, is there something you need, something I can put on my radar? And anytime someone doesn't say, and what about you? I like, they get like a demerit. I don't know. It's like, why on earth? I led to it. What is the point? We're here to elevate each other, which again, this is why I do GoalChat, because, and unless it's on purpose, my people don't know each other. But, you know, inevitably, y'all have been on the show a bunch of times. You and Viv knew each other from way back. Viv and Bobbie met each other years like pre-Deb, like something like that actually existed. But we're here. This is like my favorite form of networking, because it's like, okay, who needs to meet who, or who haven't I seen in a while? And well, the forward back scenes, you know, at the end when we do our like high fives, it's like, okay, what's everybody working on? What can we do for each other? Is always the after chat, which at some point I should record, but maybe not. Viv, welcome. You've been like 5 different identities since I've known you.
Me? Oh, okay.
You.
Yeah,
versus-
well, I mean, I have been. That's true. I was like, but I've always been me. But
yeah, this is exactly the point I'm making.
exactly. But yeah, I've been through several pivots, which turns out LinkedIn doesn't like. But most people knew me as the LinkedIn expert for a very, very, very long time. And then I had a company called Vengresso, which I exited in 2023. And then I started Beyond the Dream Board, which I thought, oh, this is going to be awesome. And I will have all of the people, just all of the women, just, you know, obviously knocking down my door to get to me and have me coach them, which did not happen. And what I learned is funny. TechWench must have been from the last time I was here. Like, I don't even remember putting that up, but what I had done, I was so bored of LinkedIn. In 2017. I was like, I can't do another freaking headline. And then, so we did Vengresso, which is a digital sales transformation company, i.e. we taught companies how to use LinkedIn for sales. So helping old white guys get richer. Woohoo. And then we decided to become a tech software company, which I was just like, oh, cool. Awesome. That's going to be great. So when I ended up exiting, I was just like, no more tech, no more LinkedIn. I am all about intuition and being a woman and all of the woo-woo wah-wah stuff, which I still am. Like, if you actually see my wall, you'll see that it's actually still true. But the world knew me as essentially a tech wench. And I love tech. And I even like, well, no, I don't love LinkedIn, but I do love tech. I do love AI. I think I love Substack. I just love I love tech. I'm a geek. I have all the things, right? And okay. The coolest thing I'm going to share with everybody today, if you have an Aura ring and it loses its glow, you can paint it with nail polish any color you want. So mine now matches my nails. Anyway, very important. And so anyway, I still think that's like the most important tip of the day. So anyway, I about 2 years ago embraced tech again, and I started the Women's Technology Integration Collaborative, or what became the Women's Technology Integration Collaborative. I started building my own program called VIOS, which is Visibility Infrastructure Operating System. And I started really leaning into that. And it's just been so freaking amazing. And, you know, what I found with a lot of, and I work mostly with women, what I found is when we do pivot, and I know, Bobbie, you've probably come across this too. When a woman does a pivot, especially from somewhere where she's really well known, executive in a company, thought leader in an industry, and then she pivots into something new, she disappears. And she just disappears. And there was this authority gap, right, between who she was and who she becomes. And so one of the things that I've been working on and what VIOS is focused on is helping us find our authority again, so that our voices are heard again, so that we can change the world with our voices and our wisdom. And anyway.
And apparently I got the psychic link that it was time for you and Bobbie to have a conversation, because to talk about alignment. And I do know that so Bobbie's tip was also her motto for Innovation Women, which is visibility is opportunity. And this was, let me see if I could do it by memory, like practice what you preach, but it was
it was
better.
Yeah, it was. So yeah, it's preach what you practice.
Preach what you see.
It's the opposite
I'm
of practice
so
what you
glad that
teach.
you read my book. I maybe need it.
That I remembered what I said.
I love it. But yes, because the heart of what you're talking about is showing up for what you believe in. And then, I hate the phrase know, like, and trust. I know everybody loves it.
I know.
But whenever I hear it, I cringe so massively on the inside. Because every now and then I encounter people and they like say it like they just heard it, like they just discovered it.
Oh,
We've been
I
saying
know.
it for like 10 years, right?
Yes.
So I guess, I can't believe no, like, and trust brought us to a screeching halt. But the point is, so 52 Secrets for Goal Setting and Goal Getting, it is a choose your own adventure of advice that you could take out for a spin. So much like I bring people together for these conversations, I figure why not put them all in a book? And the actor Greg Grunberg, I had interviewed him for a magazine a couple years ago, and he was talking about the importance of just go. And I'm like, this needs to be in my book. So he is actually the bonus secret of the action section. I'm like, that's just a great theme for July, because everybody is like, oh my goodness, this year. And Bobbie and I were talking about this on her Speaker Friend Friday last week. What the heck happened with June? Everybody was like stuck in like mud pits or something. We need to recharge, but as long as we're recharging, we might as well go big. Ta-da! Okay, so what does it mean to go big? Joy is smiling the brightest, so he gets to answer first.
I'll do the whole. Every time I say go big, I'll just do the football analogy, just raise the roost a little bit. So, I think for me, going big. If you're a Marvel fan, you might think of Ant-Man, but that's my first thought. But outside of that, if you're not nerdy like me, go big, I think, ironically starts with releasing the fact that you're small.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I know, some psychological mystic. I'm just playing. But really, all jokes aside here, I think you need to embrace the fact that you're not small. If you can't phantom that, you can't activate the bigger you. That's a version of you that hasn't happened yet, but has all the potential to do so. But you first have to activate the belief that you can become that person. Then you build the systems and infrastructure and build the community, like Deb is doing, like she's always been doing, to empower you to actually be accountable for yourself, to actually fulfill what you're meant to do. Not to put a lot of pressure on you or anything, but let's be real. If you're trying to go big, it comes with some bigger responsibilities. I want superpowers, so I want the bigger responsibility. So if you want the bigger growth, the bigger opportunities, the bigger milestones, the better sense of accomplishments and entitlement and all those different things, regardless of environment, socioeconomic status, the color of your skin, your gender, whatever things that you have navigated through your life has been, I say, for lack of a better term, an obstacle or a challenge or a nuance, you still have to tap into that to go bigger. So that requires you to really relinquish that notion and allow yourself the opportunity to, what can I actually do if I give myself the breathing room to do so? And then once you acknowledge that, then you got to find the right people to help pour into you, because you can't do it by yourself. We just talked about that.
That's right.
To make it actually happen. And lastly, kind of going on Viv a little bit, embrace the pivot. Like, we reroute all the time. I use an analogy all the time. We're using GPS. If I miss a turn, it's not the end of the world. We're not using MapQuest over here. It's just going to reroute me and keep it going. Like, we're not going to skip a beat because I didn't hit my milestone. Someone didn't show up to my live. I didn't get views. Believe it or not, there's probably was a time that Deb did a live stream that no one showed up. I don't think that happens anymore because she's curated the right people. But I'm just saying, you start somewhere and you keep going and you see what happens. So go big. Let it happen.
I love that. And I want to say a quick hello to Meryl Cass, who not only shows up every week, but invites people to join every week. said he knows, likes, and trusts me. And we haven't even had a conversation. So I particularly appreciate that. Thank you, Meryl. And to all of you, if you're watching live, thank you for being here. We know, like, trust, and appreciate you all.
I love you.
Viv, what does it mean to go big?
First of all, stop putting me after Troy. And then secondly, you know, there is that place where, and again, you know, because it is my ICP, my ideal client, is that woman who was big, right? She was big. She was well known in her industry. She was well known in her company. She was well known as a thought leader, whatever. And then there's this liminal zone. There's this betwixt and between time of the pivot, even pre-pivot, where everything is unsubstantial, right? And it's super uncomfortable. And I think that's where a lot of the self-doubt comes. But really, when you think about that liminal space as a building space, a creative space, anything can happen here. I think because I am a geek as well, it's a holodeck, right? And so you can create anything you want in this liminal space. And once you create that, you can create it, right? Once you create it in your own holodeck, you can create it in the world. And you 100% have to believe it. I was on a call with a prospect and she couldn't bridge that gap, right? She couldn't bridge that authority. She couldn't mind the gap. She just couldn't get to, I am an authority in this space, even though the look and feel of it might have changed. And so until she can mind that gap, she's not going to have the visibility. She's not going to have the voice, and she's not going to have the authority. So there's that combination of being in the hologram, being in that liminal space, being in that ultimate creative space, and then the knowing, like the absolutely feeling it to your very core that this is what I was put on this earth to do. And that's where the authority comes from. And that's what you need to do to go big. I knew I could tie it in there.
Okay, so Bobbie will love this. I'm going to go to her in a second, but I have a book proposal client I am working with, and her idea was very niche. And I had a conversation with my agent. It's like, what do you think? He's like, it's not big enough. And I said to her, you know, you can stay niche. This is just feedback. We can find other agents, or you can find a way to put your idea mainstream. Mm-hmm. And she paused for a second and she said, if I were a guy, I would have said yes right away. And I had to confront my limiting beliefs. And because of all of this, okay, Deb, big it is. But that, I think it ties very much into what you do. What Bobbie does is some people, or a lot of people, say, who the heck am I? Well, that's the first thing I tell my clients. Congratulations, you're writing a book. Whether you like it or not, you are now the authority on this topic. That's right. Celebrate it, lean into it. That's what sells your book. So, but it was, she thought for a second, and now it's like literally my favorite example. Because if you got to think about a guy would have done it without thinking, then it's a definite yes.
Yeah.
Bobbie, what does it mean to go big?
You know, it's really interesting because I think about going big as getting comfortable with an audience, or maybe it's the idea of an audience. It's always got to be one to many.
Yeah.
So I work with a lot of speakers, and one of the things I see in a lot of speaker biographies is they will talk about their identity in terms of how they work with individuals. Like, I work with clients, I work with this kind of person, and they never think to switch their speaker biographies to be, this is how I work with audiences. So I want to challenge everybody, take a look at your speaker biography and say, does this speak one to many, or does it keep speaking one to one?
Okay, so how do you adjust that in your brain?
I mean, it is literally, I am working with audiences, not I am
Mhm.
working with clients. Who is my audience, not who is my client? Now, I'm a marketer, like day job is I run a marketing firm, and the perfect client, you know them in terms of their demographics, you know their gender, you know the trigger points that get them to come look for you. But
Mhm.
audiences are a little bit bigger. They're a little bit more amorphous. You still should know who you work with, but you should be prepared to work with them as a group,
Yeah.
not just one to one.
Yeah.
So that'll be my definition for this for going big.
It's real for me. It's really funny because I've got like the two sides of Deb. So there's goal strategist, author, and she only thinks about speaking to crowds. And then there's my business, which is working with thought leaders to create a proposal that gets attention from agents and publishers. And that is really what's been on my mind lately is, okay, how do I go big with that? Because most of the people I work with need to be with me at a certain part of a journey, but getting to them, getting to that audience, Bobbie knows, I'm trying to get in front of more of them because that is how you impart change. And then with Goal Deb, I mean, I literally, this is like the best every week. This is guaranteed to be one of the best parts of my week because it's about amplifying people and making connections and seeing what they do. But I get to go on my soapbox about goals are magic.
Yeah.
So knowing what you know and tapping into it is the first step of going big. Did I like literally put everybody's thought together with that sentence?
Good job.
Okay. What was what was a time where you and I think Viv, you will not go last. You will go after Bobbie. Bobbie, what was the last big thing you said? I'm going to do a big thing, and you're constantly doing big things. I mean, you did Speaker Friendathon, which was an 11-hour Zoom with a bunch of people doing 11-minute sessions, which was oh my goodness, so much fun. Was that your last big thing, or
I was gonna say that was probably my last big thing where I was like, "What have I done?" The backdrop on this is it was Innovation Women's 11th anniversary, and we were in a marketing meeting with the team, and everybody's like, "What special thing can we do?" And I'm like, "Well, everybody loves Speaker Friend Friday. What can we do to make it big?" I literally said, "What can we do to make it big?" And I was like, "Well, maybe I'll do an 11-hour Speaker Friend Friday." And the whole team is like, "That's awesome. Let's go." And I was like, "Oh, wait a minute.
What did I do?
What did I do?" So, yeah, that was fun. We had quite literally hundreds of people show up, and we had a small but hardy band of people who were there when you look at the metrics from Zoom, who were with me for more than 600 minutes. Like, there was a group who were like, "I'm hanging out all day." I was like, "Wow, I have to do this. You don't have to come for 11 hours." But people did. There were people
so cool.
that were there from the minute I showed up until it was like, "All right, gang, it's been more than 11 hours." And
people didn't
it's
want
time
to
to go.
leave.
People didn't
did
wanna
not
leave.
want to leave. They were just praising you for you're like, "Let me go." But we're like, "But you're awesome. Thank you."
Like, I gotta go. But it was also a group activity, people came in and did 11-minute lessons, and there's a certain sense of you can go big by going small, right? Like if you think about things like TEDx, for example, some of the most successful TED and TEDx's are little tiny ideas that blow people's minds.
Yeah. because they can
Awesome.
grasp them, right?
Yes. And
Yeah.
the big thing about TED and TEDx is one big idea.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons that those talks have been so successful. It is often very hard to get people to focus on one idea. I want to
Mhm.
do this and I want to do that. We've all led lives and been educated and held jobs. It's like, you want me to focus on one thing? It's harder than you think.
But it's
Yeah.
fun. It's so fun. And you've done a TEDx. I have, but I don't show it to people because it was scripted and I'm way better off the cuff. But I did the magic of your motto, which really
Mhm.
ties into my first book, Your Goal Guide. And you have one, don't you, Troy?
Yes.
Viv, where's your TED?
Yeah. I'm an idiot. I was invited to do TEDx. I'm like, it's not TED. I'm not doing it because I was an idiot. And so I haven't. Yeah. I mean, again, we're talking like 10 to 15
A long time
years
ago.
A long time ago. But to be fair, they were inviting me to speak about LinkedIn. And even then it wasn't my passion. And I just couldn't get, I used but you're not TED as an excuse. I really did think that in my mind, though. I am such a bitch. But yeah. So
Fair.
I don't
That's
have my
fair.
TED. I don't have my TEDx. I don't.
I should have said no. I should have said no because I was invited with literally 3 days notice.
Oh, geez.
Oh my God.
And I should have said no. I should have walked away. And, it's not anybody who goes looking up me on TEDx, just say she only had 3 days.
That's
Okay.
impressive.
Just to be fair. And I'm sure I could have done better with, 4 days. But I did it. And, would I do it again? Probably not. Not with that amount of notice. I run a speakers bureau, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
I get hired by companies to come in and talk about public speaking. Having a TEDx out there that I don't feel is perfect is rough.
Mm.
So there's a go big. Go big with no preparation, no coaching, no workshopping of your idea.
That's awesome, though. Wow.
It
I mean,
really,
because people are paying like $10K and taking 6 months to prep. And,
I
and
know.
maybe not even getting a TEDx, right? And you were like, yeah, we want you to come have it ready in 3 days. Like, that's pretty impressive.
Okay.
It might have sucked, but it's still impressive you got on that stage because you knew your audience.
Yes.
Mine would have been better if I only had 3 days to prep and they said, Deb, you don't need a script. Because mine was video only. And my first version was 18 minutes. And they're like, it's way too long, Deb. And so I had to cut it down. But again,
Can you speed it up at 1.25?
That might have also been better. But it was, so now I'm actually obsessed with, I want to do one that's actually good.
Yeah.
Okay, Troy, talk about your TEDx experience.
Feels like it's a perfect segue. Mine was very recent for me. And I mean, granted, I just had a child. I'm going from just having my first baby, and I'm leaving my child a month and after. It was first, let's take a step back because I do want to talk about my original Go Big moment. And then when Bobbie tapped in TEDx, I'm like, oh, I got to tie this all in because it all happened within like a spreader, guys, of a few months. For those who may know of me recently, you may know Troy as an MC. Granted, I never took class for MC. I never knew I could do MCing. Christina Garnett gave me the opportunity when she still worked at HubSpot, who's now doing 10 billion things. I'm celebrating her right now for what she's doing right now. The opportunity to be an MC for Inbound, which is like one of the largest events for marketers. If you know, if you don't, who cares? Don't worry about it. And they're not Unbound now, so it doesn't even matter anymore. It's like Thanos snap and just wiped everything away, and now everything's new. My point,
Unbound, right?
Unbound. Now. We're unbound.
Now we're unbound. Yes.
Yes. But anyway, I took a lot of ridicule because I wasn't the premier HubSpot elite person. No one knew who I was. Who is this person coming up here? He's going to just talk, and you don't have any credentials. Like, you've done this before. Now, I could have said no. It was a very short notice. I've never done it before. But Christina saw something in me, and I was like, what have I got to lose? If I do it and I'm terrible, I will never do it again, and it won't matter. And that moment, what I did there changed the trajectory of my life, validated me not only as an MC, but amplified my opportunities as a speaker. And here I am. So fast forward, I'm doing it again with Inbound, doing the media stuff again the week before my baby's due. Kudos to my wife for allowing me to go. The whole event was, is she having the baby? She have the baby? Do you have to fly back?
Oh,
I was like, I
wow.
don't know. They're like, if you do, make content. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I need to get back on. Anyway, everything worked out. Surprise. I made it in time. It was great. We survived. We navigated. And then I had to transition. Like, I'm going to be the speaking in Uganda. So traveling Africa, traveling Uganda. It's 22-hour flight. 3 different things, an hour and a half drive. I'm going off no sleep. I barely made it. There's a whole nother country another day. And I'm gonna get to the point. The point is, every time there was something in my way, I missed a flight. I've never missed a flight in my life. I missed a flight for 10X. I had to get another flight, and I had to beg to, hopefully when I get to Chicago, someone was going to be there to allow me on this flight. We were set on runway for an hour. I didn't think we were going to get it. There was when the government was shut down. And we made it.
Yeah.
Someone that was there, they're like, we heard it, we got you there. I'm on the flight. I'm hysterical. I'm tired. And Deb, you talked about script. Oh my gosh, I'm on the cuff too. I hate scripting. I hate memorization. It's the worst. And I'm a theater kid. So I hated it. And I had to learn it. I forgot everything. I didn't know nothing. That's never happened to me before. But if you've done a TEDx, you know it's different than regular speaking. Just because you've been a speaker doesn't mean you can just automatically show up and be a TEDx. It's a whole different game, y'all. I'm just telling you. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up in 30 more seconds. I get on that stage. I'm the first speaker to do it in Uganda. No pressure. They're first one. And they're like, go tell your story, the most vulnerable story about my life. I've never shared publicly to that in depth ever. And take your whole life story and condense it into like 12 minutes. Good luck. And my mic stopped working. I started speaking. The mic stopped working. I walk off the stage. They're like, go back on and start talking. They get the mic back on. They're just like, go. And I go and I did it. It was great. Everyone's like, wow, that's amazing. My point is, every juncture in your life, there's going to be this weird friction point that's going to tell you, you shouldn't do this. And it's going to be you choosing to do it anyway, but despite you being scared, nervous, have the massive fear of failure. But the fact you did it anyway, you went beyond because your body's meant to keep you safe. Yeah. It's not meant to make you do hard things. You can't do it until you prove to your body you can. And now my body knows, even when we're at this state, we can still do it. And I did it. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. If I do it again, maybe not. I don't know. It took me a month to even look at my video. I just couldn't deal with the pressure. But yes, that was the hard thing. I went big, and every threshold that I thought I couldn't do it, there was always someone there helping me, enabling me to do it, because I couldn't do it of myself. So.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Okay, so if you want to share your TEDx,
yeah, exactly.
The link will be in the chat. Bobbie's and mine, we're going to ignore. Right. And Viv, I know I said you wouldn't have to go after Troy, but his tied in so well to Bobbie's, so too bad. What is your last big thing? Has it been this readjustment, this embracement of your name? Is that a word? Embracement?
Embracement. I like embracement though.
Yeah, let's
use No, I mean, really not. I think the big embracement of my name was when I left Vengresso, because that was a big shift from going from LinkedIn expert. I was literally, that was my URL. That was my handle on everything. That is how people knew me. That is how I got all the speaking gigs. That is what all my books are about. Like, it was so much how people knew me. And I remember going from linkedin.com/in/LinkedIn expert to, and like, it was hard. I knew I didn't want to be a LinkedIn expert anymore. I knew I didn't want to do and be in that world anymore. And yet it was really hard to put my own name in there. Like, I even thought about creating 2 accounts, even though I tell people not to do that. And I didn't do that. But it was really hard. It was really hard to do that. And it's really frustrating because LinkedIn still thinks I'm the LinkedIn expert, and it still won't, it still won't acknowledge who I am now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't tend to do small things. I maybe should. Like when Bobbie said that, I'm like, yeah, maybe small things is what I should do. But I discovered vibe coding. And so now I'm just vibe coding every day. And I'm just like, I'm just going to redo my entire website. So I did. And it doesn't feel big to me, but when I talk to other people about what I've done, and I created this Women's Technology Integration Collaborative, and then, created my new Substack, and I think the big move, and it was a couple of years ago, was moving away from who I had been and into who I am now.
Ooh.
So a little less eloquent than Bobbie and Troy, but there you have it.
But it's really going big really is about embracing who you want to show up into the world. Did you want to say something, Bobbie?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
So do you think that the loss of status and the loss of visibility when we shift who we are, especially right now, has something to do with the way that LLMs they want us put into context. They want to see us as one thing. So if we become something else, we just disappear.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, two things, right? That for sure. Like LinkedIn's AI algorithm hates that. Like it wants you to be one thing, and it wants you never to change, which women and men, we pivot a lot. So first of all, that's unrealistic. And also LLMs, AI is informed on general media. Guess who doesn't exist there? Black people, older women. We, unless we're bodacious and 22 years old, we don't exist. Like you put executive in a boardroom, and it's going to be all younger white guys. It just is, and
Let's face it, Taylor Swift had to get married. Right? Because she's getting older. She's going to disappear soon.
Yep.
The minute you start going down that path, the gray hair.
Yeah. And that is,
older women are invisible.
Yeah. And that is one of the things.
The more invisible we are.
And so that is what I'm fighting against, right? That is my fight, is let's get visible. And some of that is AI.
Sorry. Let's get visible. Bobbie knew. You can name that tune in 2 notes.
Exactly.
Olivia Newton-John, baby.
But it's about creating that visible authority, because if we don't do it, no one is freaking doing it for us. And that's why I love what you're doing with Innovation Women, because I've been on your mailing list for like 110 years. And it's just, like who's going to do it for us if we don't do it for ourselves, right?
I've got a yes and question for the room, because it used to be, we were one thing. Like 15 years ago, if you were more than one thing, people looked at you like you were nuts. Now, most people are multifaceted. I've got the big goals / book proposals simplified umbrella thing. Yes, I refuse to pick one over all the things that I do, but I do a whole bunch of different things. So how do we fight? Because we are different identities. I am actually answering, what do we do? I will put in the form of a question. Yeah. How do we fight that? Or just by showing up every day as all the people you are?
As you were talking, and then I'll shut up, I realized I was forming my answer from my experience, but I'm very curious, because I also look at, some of the, and I hate the word influencers, but some of the AI influencers that I follow, and they're all under 30, and they're all multimillionaires, and they're all colors, and they're all genders, literally. And, I I think things are just going to shift because Gen Z and Gen A are not going to fit into the box. And what I will also say are the millennials, Gen Z, Gen A that I know who are focused, directed, like Troy, right? Like you're just not going to keep them down. You're just not. Like they're like whatever. Yeah. I don't know if I had a point there.
Well, as a Gen Xer, we always did all of the things,
Right.
right? It never occurred to us to not do all of the things.
All the things, yeah.
But if you had to pick one thing to be known for, to be known big as, what would that be, Viveka?
I mean, Bobbie was talking earlier and about audience. And on the other side of that is like, we need to create movements. And that's big. Like creating a movement is big, not just creating an audience, not just, starting a new job, not just building a brand. Like we need to create full on movements for good, not evil. And yeah, so for me, like my movement, it's not unique. Gandhi, I probably got it from Gandhi, but it is that women's words and wisdom is going to change the world. It's not going to change the way it's been going, right? And that is a movement. So it's getting clear on your message, getting clear on the big shift that you want to be a part of, and then getting in front of that movement as a leader, as an enabler, as a whatever. Like you don't necessarily have to be on stage, although I love it. But some women, some people don't want to be in the spotlight in front of the movement. I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. But identifying that movement that you want to create with yourself, with other people, whatever that looks like. I think that is the big shift that needs to be made.
Okay, I like that. What about you, Troy?
I think sometimes we have to accept who we are and then build the systems around that to amplify what we're meant to do.
That's a good point.
Many of us are polymaths, many of us are neurospicy, and we don't fit into this weird box that 1% of 1% of people set the standard of, and then just say, we're never going to optimize it ever again. Stop, please. So the quicker we identify and understand that for ourselves, the better for our mental health, the better for our purpose development, and the better for our intuitiveness for the possibility of actually achieving what we need to do. Secondly, being a polymath, being multifaceted and multi-potential, you don't put everything in one egg basket, do you? You want to have the foundation, a lot of pillars to keep you stronger, because so many things have happened. We are dealing with so many people who lost their work, who have lost their entire identity, their saving, everything about themselves right into this company they built all their lives around and gone in an instant. And I empathize with that, and I'm dealing with that. So it's like, but beyond that, what other facets are you? What other things do you bring to the table? Because the people, Viv, that you mentioned, who are these people who were like, wow, they're really being multi-million and billionaires over this new technology. Yes, they're in a niche, but a lot of people are taking all these different components that they built their lives around and returning it, recalibrating something completely new, alchemy style. If they didn't have these other things of themselves, how could they even manifest something without these other inspirations, other experiences feeding that very thing to be what it be? Because why are most of the successful founders that weren't, giving money at birth, wasn't golden spoons, they built through all these different experiences, and then randomly they're like, wait, they're doing that now? And it doesn't make sense to anybody else until, oh my gosh, this is the most brilliant thing ever. Why? Of course you wouldn't think so and so. Name anyone you think of as successful. You wouldn't think of them not as successful or doing that very thing. But at very point in time, they're like us, or if you're being more internalized, like you, who are like, I don't know what I'm good at. I don't know what I'm going to do. Right. They were just crazy enough to believe in themselves unequivocally and build the systems around it to make it happen. Now, mind you, what Viv is saying and what I also have lived as a Black male to some degree is that sometimes you got to think beyond what the limitations of what we have are, because we have seen people who just got it because they don't have the mindset that they're limited. That's
Mhm.
generationally passed
That's
on. That is
generational.
scientifically proven that has been carried on and through the DNA to generation. We have to break that. So
Yep.
to achieve goals, I've achieved goals in my life that people who know where I'm from, my same demographic, would have never even think of. They honestly told me not to do it because they knew I was gonna fail, and I had to prove them wrong that I could, even to
Yes.
myself. And that's okay. That's safety. I'm not mad at you for doubting or set your goals lower. But that's when you need to find people beyond that, even people who
Mhm.
maybe have achieved what you want to achieve, to do
Yeah.
that. So it is hard, y'all. This is why Deb made the book. This is why she bring all these people here. Goals is
Yeah.
not easy, people. I
That's
mean,
for sure.
reinventing yourself at every decade of your life, going through a plethora of new jobs, of new challenges, writing books from nothing, not from AI, from your own mind.
Mhm.
That is
Mhm.
really hard. I don't want to make that seem so easy now because of AI. The real things, the human things, is incredibly hard to do. So
Yeah.
of course it's challenging. This is why we need therapy. This is why Deb does this, because I feel like I get to
Oh,
meet
yeah.
people that's on the same path as me, and I need therapy. And I'm like, hey, can we figure this out?
This was wonderful, but you still didn't answer the question.
I knew it. I was lost in the sauce. I was like, I don't even know where I'm
How
at
do
anymore.
you want?
What was the question again?
I want you to claim it right
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry.
How you want to be known.
Gosh. Okay. The non-professional me wants to be known as a really good dad and a good husband.
Mhm.
Hands down.
Aw.
That's what I want to be known for. Nothing else. The professional me, when the polymath is struggling, what do I pick? At the end of the day, I want to make generational impact, because I feel it doesn't
Nice.
matter what
Yep.
I do, title-wise, organization-wise, company-wise. I rebrand
Mhm.
myself 30 years from now, whatever, if I live that long, hopefully, right? I just want to make generational impact with whatever I'm blessed to do in my hands and my mind to
Mhm.
touch. Because that means if I work for a startup and I help them out, or I consult a business, or I built my own business or multiple businesses, and it allows other people to have jobs, to create the financial impact to achieve their dreams, then my ripple effect makes their ripple effect reality. And I'm a big empath.
Right.
I'm mad empath. So like, if I don't make an impact, I feel like I'm not living my life. So
Exactly.
generational impact for me is the goal.
I love it.
Love
And you
that.
did know the answer. And I might have said this before because I say it frequently. When I was a teenager, if you asked teenage Deb what she wanted to be when she grew up,
Mm.
I was always a writer.
Mhm.
But I would say it doesn't matter. Whatever I choose to do, I want to have impact, which I think is like the biggest blessing anybody can do. Even if it's small, you want to have impact. So your
Yeah.
big impact can actually even be small. But when you're true to yourself and what you love and what you have to offer the world, that's when you get the momentum going.
Yeah.
Bobbie, I feel like this is
Mm.
like an easy answer for you, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What big impact do you want to be known for?
So I've created 2 different things that people identify me with. Innovation nights in the Boston market, we launched over 1,500 new products that got more than $4
Wow.
billion in funding, of which I got 0, but we're not bitter.
That's all right.
But Innovation Nights was, a monthly event, 11 years, and we stopped because of the pandemic. Like, we stopped holding them, and like, even as recent as last year and earlier this year, I could not go out in public without somebody stopping me on the street, like literally on the street going, "Hey, you're Bobbie. When are you bringing Innovation Nights back?" I'm like, "Oh my God, it was March 2020. We did the last one, right? Like, get over it. Move on. I do other things." I have helped thousands of women get on stage at conferences and
Yeah.
event, and they're like, "That's nice. Innovation Nights." So we did bring Innovation Nights back. It started in April at the Museum of Science.
And
We have
now
a
you get
partner-
1%, right?
no, but
Oh.
so wait a minute, wait. I'm going in the right direction. So when you said create a movement, I was like, yeah, create a movement. But I feel like that's a little bit of a trap for women. in particular, right? How many women have created mission-based companies, nonprofits, good causes, because we've been told to be the nurturers. Like that's the expectation, those mission-based companies. And so when you said create a movement, I want to make sure that when women hear that, they hear it's okay to be mission oriented and to make a living
Heck
and to make big bucks and to grow sustainable businesses that outlive us. You are
Generation.
allowed to make a living. You are allowed to actually get paid for the work that you do. It doesn't just have to be all this high-minded stuff. So, yes,
Absolutely.
it's lovely. Like literally Innovation Women is a mission-based company for me. I charge a fraction of what a lot of those big people that are teaching like the speaker groups, like, oh, it's $10,000, $20,000, like crazy money. I've talked to people who have mortgaged houses and run up credit cards and tapped retirement funds because somebody promised them they're going to make $1 million as a speaker. And I'm like, that is so unrealistic. So let's just make sure that, I would like to be known as somebody who reached through the camera and shook the person who's being taken advantage of by these predatory folks and
Yes.
like got them to like really think with their brains. Okay, I'm
Ooh.
done.
Oh no. Well, I did. We were talking, I think, before we went live because I was on Gary Murray's podcast a couple months ago, talking about this exact same thing, guru-itis. The people who say, pay me a lot of money and you will have the same success I have. In a way, that I'm going to bring it back to 52 Secrets. That was part of the impetus for the book. It's because you can't mirror other people. You can borrow what works for them, take it for a spin, and if it works for you, then you could keep doing it. But yes, I am so over guru culture. My favorite was this woman who says, save your money so you could spend it on me, borrow so you could spend it on me, and I will teach you how to make a lot of money. That's how you make a lot of money. You convince people to give you money. That's not the same thing as having a social impact or being good for other people. Yes?
Businesses need to be sustainable. Like,
Mhm.
repeat after me. Your business needs to be sustainable.
Yeah, we're talking
You
movements,
need to
not
get
pyramid
paid.
schemes. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to get paid.
Okay, then. Well, this is amazing. I feel like we went off all of the correct tracks, which I absolutely love. Before we gift goals, I want to know what is one thing each of you, what win you plan to celebrate at the end of the year. So what win are you working towards, Bobbie?
Oh, I had to go first.
Okay. What win do you... Yeah, I threw in a curveball. Do you need me to make someone else go first? We can let Viv go first. Viv.
Yes, she
win?
looks like
Great,
she knows.
thanks.
You're welcome.
It's so funny because I was looking at some goals that I'd written for myself. I created a journal called Legacy Code Journal. It's available at legacycodejournal.com, and it's based on the paper journal I created. Anyway, all to say, you inspired me to create goals, Deb. And it was to do the complete revamp of my website and my offers and my podcast and my YouTube channel and all the things. And I thought, oh, that's going to take a year. I did it over the long weekend. So now I have to set new goals. So
okay.
On Friday, I had my 1 year, by the end of the year goal. Now I have to set new goals.
Okay. Viv, when are you going to let me talk to you about writing a book proposal? It's one of my goals.
Okay.
Get you to write a book
I know.
that you can
Another one.
sell. One that is you rather than
know.
the
That's
LinkedIn
true.
expert.
That's
Okay,
true.
so I'm going to gift you the goal of wrapping your head around writing a book that is you,
Okay.
because you haven't done that yet.
No, that's true. That's true. Wait, you mean LinkedIn marketing an hour a day is not coming from my soul?
No. Okay, Troy. What is your end of the year win you plan to celebrate?
Oh gosh. For those who don't know, I've had a lot of health challenges. You can find out my TED Talk. So there you go. But from that, I gained a lot of weight, medicine, steroids, all this stuff to obviously live and survive.
Mhm.
And so I've been on this health journey, and I am now as stronger than I was sophomore year in college. And I am at my weight before college. So we're up, and we got a little bit more to go before I'm personally satisfied. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
"You're good." I'm like, "I want to be great."
Yes.
So we're getting there. I think probably way before end of the year, I'm probably gonna hit that goal dead on. So yeah, health, body,
Nice.
mind, and soul.
Amazing. Congratulations. That's a big deal.
That's a huge deal.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, Bobbie, did I give you enough time?
Yeah, I guess. I have to admit, I was sitting here going, I know what it is. I just don't know what if I want to be public about it. So, and that's actually a big part of setting goals,
Mhm.
right, Deb? Do
Mhm.
you want to be
Mhm.
public about your
Mhm.
goals? And sometimes being public about your goals is distracting, and sometimes it is helpful. So, yeah, my book is going to get finished by the end of the year.
Yay.
Yay.
So-
I love that.
So it's actually my book, not a book I'm ghostwriting. So
Which is amazing because you do
Yeah.
so much for
Mhm.
other people. So I will share my goal that I normally don't, that I still haven't done, which I think comes up just about every year. So I've got the relaunch of 52 Secrets this summer. Yay. And I've got Active Grandparenting, which I co-wrote with Kristen Cofield, which
Kristen, yeah.
it's always a hilarious. Kristen is the pioneer of the active grandparenting movement. I'm single with no kids. And the fact that we wrote this book together is never not going to be amusing. But my goal is to get on TV. I've been talking about it for years, but I think goal is like the best 4-letter word on the planet. That it is magic. It helps you make your life better, and in turn,
Mhm.
the lives around the people, the lives of the people around you even better. So I'm just gonna have to suck it up. And I say this all the time. I don't actually pitch myself to like big TV media. So I have to actually do that. But I figure I am in that momentum mode, and this has been a
as
goal
your
that-
personal PR person, yes, that is part of it.
Yes.
You have to pitch yourself.
Yes.
Well, I was on CNN when I worked at bookstores in the 90s, and I had no idea at that time that I would be wanting that again forever. Anyway, different tangent, but yes, absolutely. So this is the year I'm going to get on TV.
Nice.
I said it here first.
I love
I've
it.
said it before, but I actually mean it.
Exactly.
I'm in that mode. I'm actually in the mode of going big and getting to a place
Nice.
where I can impact more people. So there you go. So those are our goals. Let's gift some goals for the lovely people who want that mid-year motivation. So Troy, what goal are you gifting?
I have been thinking about this all day.
I
Okay,
love that.
So I want y'all to know I took this very serious. This is the one time I was prepared. I didn't go all crazy. I'm not going off the cuff when I say this. I want you to eliminate 99% of your offers. Bye-bye. No, because they're not working anyway. No one's clicking. No one's buying. Legion is cold. Eliminate all of them. 99%. Pick one. Triple down on that for this whole month. Just this one offer, just this one focus, and see what happens.
Ooh.
Damn,
Okay,
that's
then.
good. Do not put me after him.
Okay, What about those who have tripled down on their offers? Just keep doing it?
Now, this is the thing. While you're doing it now,
What?
get out of your own head, because we have our own interpretation of how we sound. You could be given the cure for some disease, and it sounds like you're saying Swahili to the very people you're trying to help, because you're thinking of it from your perspective, your language. You've been in the reps too long. Get out of your own head. Receive what other people are experiencing. Your offer, does it make sense? The why behind it. Is it too complicated? Is it too messy? Is it too small? Wow, did you ever think about that? That no one's buying your offer because it's too cheap. I'm just putting it out there. Think about it. Sit with it for a minute. Maybe if you add another zero, you might get more buyers.
Oh my
There's
God,
more
it's so
premium.
true.
I'm
Right?
just
Innovation
saying.
women, Innovation Women is too cheap, and it was actually a serious issue for us because people would like go, all right, I'll buy it, and then they would think it was a toy, and they would get in, and they'd be like, oh my God, this is so much. I wasn't ready for this. And I'm like, this is not working right. But being too cheap is part of a problem. People don't expect like to get real goods from something that's too inexpensive. Good job, Troy.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Bobbie, what goal are you gifting?
I think mine should be relatively simple. Okay.
Okay.
If you are interested in speaking, I want you to take a look at your speaker biography and change it from client focused to audience focused. Just go into your biography and take a look at it and see where it's like talking clients versus audience. That's it. Make the change. You're good. Moving on.
Okay,
like that.
that's a good one. And on theme from what you said earlier, gotta love a good theme, Bobbie.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm going to stop
Okay.
saying ICP. I'm going to start saying IAP, although I know that stands for something else. But like, yeah, my ideal audience profile. I like that. I like that a lot.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we love making up phrases here.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Viv.
Queen of acronyms that mean other things than they're supposed to. Yeah, my to try and pull it back around. I would say the goal I would gift is every time you feel that discomfort of the liminal zone, of the betwixt in between, of that unformed area or space in your life, whatever that looks like, a health challenge, a relationship challenge, a business pivot. I invite you to reframe it as not opportunity, but reframe it as a really rich creative space and your hologram. It's your it's right. And just let the universe inform you a little bit about what you really want to create next, whether it's your body, whether it's your relationship, whether it's a business.
Okay, that's good. Because it's like, well, it's the power of it is the power of the pause, right? It's we want everything yesterday. My goodness, I have been working toward becoming the go-to goal girl for literal decades. And the first book comes out and we have a pandemic. And then the second book comes out and I live in LA, fires everywhere. And then we won't talk about what was happening with the country about a year and a half ago.
Because it's still happening.
But what was the end of my sentence? We want things yesterday. It's unfortunate that does not happen. Somebody asked me what superpower I wanted, and I'm like, would a fast forward button be too much to ask? But knowing that things aren't, that sometimes you have to slow down. Oh, I'll give a great example. So we just had the holiday weekend, and I intentionally had no plans Friday and Saturday, and I like literally did nothing. It was amazing. I woke up yesterday and I was like, go, 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 go. So it was
Women's cycles.
Yeah, when you feel like you're doing nothing, it's just your body saying, just hang out with me a little. I'll get you going again. So that was why when you said it, I was actually like, yeah, I resemble that remark for sure. Where can people learn more about each of you, Bobbie?
Innovationwomen.com. Ta-da.
Easy peasy. And Viveka?
VivekaVonRosen.com. And it occurs to me I need to get VivekaVonRosen.com spelt in all the ways people spell my name, because it's never Viveka.
Redirects. Many redirects.
Vivica.com. Viveca.com. Exactly. VivekaVonRosen.com.
I think it should just be Viv.
I think, can you get viv.com? Probably not.
It's taken.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Viv's taken. Viveka's taken. But my name's cool. Like I always said, I was either going to be a pole dancer or an author, so it's a good thing I can write.
And Troy, where can people learn more about you? Because I don't.
I'm gonna pull
I,
a Viv.
if I
I'm
reply
supposed to
to
follow up to Viv after that. Oh, here we go. We're coming full circle with this one, baby. You can find Troy at Find Troy everywhere, everyusername.com. You'll find me, I promise you.
Excellent. And I am at the Deb Method everywhere, and I actually got debmethod.com because someone told me once that I should, so I did. If you want inspiration for writing your books and your book proposal, go to the bookproposalexpert.com, and you can watch the replays and read the recaps and get all the goals at thedebmethod.com/blog. And if you need a little bit of extra inspiration, or just not even extra, you can grab a copy of your goal guide and or 52 secrets for goal setting and goal getting. How to stay focused, grow your network, and get more done in less time. I am so grateful for you, Bobbie, Troy, and Viv, for being here, and for you all for choosing yourself and your goals, because we know that is literally the only thing we have control over right now, is the things we do to move forward and create the life we deserve and desire. Okay, we're going to do a quick round of final thoughts, and we're going to go with Viv first because she keeps requesting it, except for when she doesn't. Final thought, Viv?
Paint your aura ring? I don't know. I still think that's my best tip of the day.
It's going in the recap. Okay. Bobbie. Oh, and for those who don't know what an aura ring is, do you think you should tell them?
Now everyone knows what an aura ring is.
Okay.
Paint your aura ring. Yes.
Except for Deb, because she spelt it wrong.
I did.
An aura ring is a ring that you wear all the time that measures all of your biological things.
Oh, it's the fitnessy thing. See, I
It's
still
the
do a
fitnessy
Fitbit.
thing.
I still do my Fitbit.
It's spelled with an O, Deb.
Oh,
I got
it
for the recap. Thank you. So now I need to
Excellent.
get one so I could paint it. Is that what you're telling me?
No, but they don't stay pretty for long. And so mine was looking a little raggedy taggedy. And I'm like, I'm gonna paint it with nail polish. And I'm just so excited. It's so pretty again. I like to be pretty.
Okay.
Anyway,
Cool.
Bobbie, final thought.
I mean, final thought is, get comfortable with public speaking. It's one of the best ways to get people to believe in you, to trust in you, so you can go out and do big things. Theme.
Nice tie back. Amazing. Okay, get comfortable with public speaking so you can do the big things.
Yep.
Okay, Troy, no pressure.
Yeah, there isn't after me. There's no pressure.
Final thought, Troy.
Take a deep breath and go. I mean, what are you just still doing here? Leave the live. Stop. If you listen to the replay, listen, get up, get the notepad out, and just start. We can got AI to help us start, but you got to enable it and do what you need to do, because it's not going to happen if you don't start. And for those who have already started, who said it's not working, try again. Fail faster, fail more. Keep going. Because I'm sorry, you
Fail
don't
forward,
win after
baby.
the first attempt. So or the
The more
1,000.
you do, the more you do, the more you get to do, the more you explore, the more you discover, the more you land on the thing, and then you can go big.
Exactly.
Thank you again so much, Bobbie Carlton, Troy Sandidge, Viveka von Rosen. Thank you for prioritizing your life and your goals, for joining me. Again, I'm Debra Eckerling. I am live every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific for GoalChat Live. You can also subscribe to GoalChat on your favorite podcast platform, and at The Deb Method is everywhere, including YouTube, in case you want to see more of me and these awesome conversations. Okay, a happy mid-year. Do the things, because guess what? We know you can do it. Thanks, everyone.